guys, Hiker Boy 16 here with another God story for you. This one happened about a month ago now, and okay, so I'm gonna start from the beginning. I was coming from a friend's house, and I'm probably gonna end up using some street names that you don't know. And okay, so I was headed north on north on California Avenue, just before Stockdale Highway. And I was going to be going to a basketball game with a bunch of people from my church who are all in the same discipleship program I'm in right now. And so I'm approaching Stockdale Highway, and I'm going to make a left onto it in order to go to the college to go watch the game. And I see the left-hand turn lane, and I'm like, okay, I need to get over there. And so I go to move over, and it was some sort of optical illusion. It was the turn lane on the opposite side. And so, too late, I realized, oh crap, that's the center median. And just before I hit, I saw in my mind, I could see I can still see it in my mind, the curb, the median was already all gouged up. So I cranked the wheel to try and miss it, to go to the left, and I hit it hard on my right wheel, and I'm like, oh crap, my tire's probably dead. And first thing, it's a miracle nobody was coming from the other direction. This is a busy street. These two streets are very busy. Somehow there's nobody coming. As I'm trying to do a U-turn to get to the opposite curb so that I could check my tire. I don't manage to turn around all the way. So I crunch against the curb along the road, and I'm like, crap, and well, my car died. And I got out. Sure enough, my tire was toast. There was some sort of vapor coming out from underneath my hood. I'm like, oh crap. I don't remember exactly what I was thinking, but I wasn't happy. So here's the curb. My car comes to rest like this, poking out into one of the lanes. So I had flipped all my hazards, and I'm on the phone. I call a friend of mine who's at the game, and I was like, hey, I need your help. Can you come help me? So he and his girlfriend come. Now it's him and his fiance. And before they even got there, a guy stopped behind me, and he put on his hazards, and he walks over and he says, hey, just to let you know, it's really hard to see your hazards on your car because of the angle that it's sticking into the street. You can hardly see your car. So it's like, okay, 1 second. I deployed a road flare a little distance away, and so cars start moving around it and all that. And I come to find out this guy is, I started talking to him. He's the chaplain for the basketball team that we were going to go watch. And he just happened to not be there because he was going to go meet an old friend that he hadn't seen in a long time. He was going to go have dinner with him. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's God. And so him and I prayed, and then my friend arrived, and I got on the phone with AAA, and a police technician arrived too. And she asked, hey, you have a tow truck coming, or what do you got? Because you're, obstructing traffic. So obviously they were going to be towing my car, the police would, if I didn't have somebody there soon. And so AAA did send somebody, and they did get my car off the curb and onto the truck. And so as I'm leaving, and I ended up deploying 2 flares. they were each 15-minute flares, and I only had 2. I thought I had a third in a pack I had in the car, but apparently not. And now I keep a minimum of 5 flares in my car. So as I'm leaving, as we're driving as he's towing my car to my house, I'm talking to the guy, and he's like, you know what? I technically am off right now, and when I got the call, I was technically off when I got the call, but I decided to come help you anyway. And I was like, wow, thank you. I hope you get overtime or something for that. He said, no, I'm not getting paid extra for this. And I was really thankful, because he was the only one who would have been able to come get me. And then the police would have towed my car, and that would have been much more expensive. So he gets me home. I pay him a little bit extra because I went 2 miles over the 7-mile limit from where the car breaks down or whatever with AAA. That's ridiculous. And so my car doesn't run. The tire's trashed. The rim is bent. God knows what else was wrong with it. So I called, one of my friends came over, and he brought a mechanic friend. My friend's name is Tony. And they took a look at my car, and the car wouldn't turn on. Or actually, it would turn on, but it sounded very, very rough. And as soon as I would hit the gas pedal, like that, it would die. So I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. We were going over options with the mechanic guy, and he said, do you have enough gas in it? And I said, well, I was low. I was going to be getting gas that day, but I wasn't too low yet. And so he said, you know what, we should probably go get gas just to make sure that's not it. So we went, had to go buy a gas can and put gas in it, and we put almost 5 gallons into it. And we put that in there, and the car started. I was like, oh my gosh, no way. And we believe that maybe the vapor that came out from the hood was just some sort of liquid or something that somehow spilled a little bit, and the engine cooked it and vaporized it or whatever, something. Because nothing was leaking. There's no leaks that we could see. Everything else looked fine. There's a crack in the middle where it hit on the front. You can see underneath. You can tell it hit. The alignment was off, but that's nothing. So I had to go get a new tire rim and a new tire, because boy did it there was a hole probably that big in the side wall of the tire. It was bad. But yeah, so it's like when I've been driving home with the tow truck driver, he's like, oh, your transmission's probably busted hitting that hard, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, crap. But it turns out I just needed gas. And, what was the other thing? Oh, yeah. I described where I hit to my friend, Tony. And he's like, you know what? I did that exact same thing, going the same way, trying to get into the left-hand turn lane. Obviously, this is at night. Did the same thing, cost me like $3,000 to fix my car. I was like, what? And he was like, yeah. And also, my cousin did that a while back too, and it cost him a bunch of money. And then a couple days after that, he called me up and said, hey, somebody else just hit that same spot. I was like, and I was thinking in my mind, I remember how it looked before I hit. That center median was already all gouged up. This obviously is claiming a lot of cars and needs to be fixed. So I'm like, wow, this is obviously something very common, unfortunately, and it's not good. But yeah, so I was trusting God. I was praying and just trusting Him, trying not to worry or anything like that, rebuking the spirits of fear, doubt, anxiety, worry, stress, all that. And that helped a lot. Because I was like, God, I remember what you did before. Don't let people say, oh, where was his God? His God abandoned him. No, he didn't. He came through for me. And he always will. Because God is faithful. That's who He is. He can't stop being faithful because that is who He is. So, anyway, that's my God story, and it was just really crazy and awesome, and, the whole experience was wow. So, in conclusion, my car wasn't too badly damaged. It, creaks a little bit now, but it works. God was faithful, and I can still drive. That's my God story. Bam!